The No-Tilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed, starting with the semifinals. This will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCGS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Dali.
CMC Hill.
Yao, Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
But not too much.
Clash Royale has evolved since then.
We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know
Who is the best player in the world?
You have what it takes to be the best.
Europe, Asia,
China,
Africa,
North America.
see you all in the arena.
The No-Tilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed, starting with the semifinals. This will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCGS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Dali.
CMC Hill.
Yao, Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
But not too much.
Clash Royale has evolved since then.
We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know.
Who is the best player in the world?
Do you have what it takes to be the best?
Europe, Asia,
China,
Africa.
North America.
See you all in the arena.
The No-Tilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed. Starting with the semifinals, this will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCGS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Tali.
CMC Hill.
Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
But not too much.
Clash Royale has evolved since then.
We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know.
Who is the best player in the world?
Do you have what it takes to be the best?
Europe, Asia,
China,
Africa.
North America.
See you all in the arena.
Here we go, folks. This is it, day 7, the last day of stage 3 here at the No-Tilt World Championships. Hello, welcome. I'm RichSlaton from Clash Royale League here with you for the No-Tilt World Championships, the only truly global, worldwide, completely open solo championship in Clash Royale in 2020. And it's been an exciting tournament so far. We already got our 4 finalists on the Eastern side. I won't say any spoilers right now if you didn't watch it yet. But at the end of the show, there probably will be spoilers. So if you need to watch them both side by side, maybe open up 2 different YouTube pages. But we do have our 4 finalists over on the Eastern bracket. And we do sort of have our 4 finalists here on the Western bracket, although seeding has yet to be determined. We'll look at some of those rankings and stuff in just a moment. If you haven't yet and you're joining us here on YouTube, don't forget right now to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, of course, so you don't miss any of the action tomorrow. So you make sure that bell comes in. We are back here early tomorrow for the finals. Here's what we're doing, by the way. Check it out.
Stage 1 was the No Tilt 20 Win Challenge. The winners are now in Stage 2, the qualifier brackets, where we have 8 East brackets and 8 West brackets of 1,024 players that will be streamed from semifinals to finals. The winners of Stage 2 will qualify to Stage 3, the group stage. We will have 1 East group of 8 players and 1 West group of 8 players that will battle in a single round-robin format. The 4 top players of each group will qualify to Stage 4, playoffs, and grand final, where these 16 players will battle in a single elimination bracket to become the new Clash Royale champion of the world.
That's right, a new world champion will be crowned here at the No Tilt World Championship, and that will be crowned tomorrow, by the way, when the 4 finalists from the Western side meet the 4 finalists from the Eastern side in a big old bracket to see who is number 1 in the world and who takes home $15,000. Well, $14,500, but at that point, who's really splitting hairs? We'll see some prize pool breakdown in just a moment. And yes, over on the Trovo chat, I am co-streaming here, both on the No Tilt YouTube page and on my personal Trovo. You want to go join over the personal Trovo there? You can do that as well. And to answer the question, yes, I am always interrupted by my own voice when it comes to that voiceover thing jumping on in. Let's see. When they get their money, is there a huge funny check? Asks Big X Gamer. No, but there should be. Talking about money here, take a look at the prize pool information. Everyone here has already earned $1,000 just for qualifying to the top 8 out of their region. The top 4 will get another $1,250. So that's a nice chunk of change they'll go into for tomorrow. Thanks, Fake Royal Giant, for the hype over on the Trovo chat. Do appreciate it. There's the grand final time there in the chat right now. Papa Slayton's going to be up early, 7 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, boy. But there's your times, and I'm sure Moni Vargas, our mod, will be throwing those times into the chat consistently throughout today's broadcast to make sure you do not miss tomorrow's at all. There's the distribution. Of course, first place will get that $10,000 prize, but all the earnings on the way up will make it $14,500 for first place. That's a legit chunk of change to walk away with. And we'll see the players who are going to be going for that very, very soon. $50,000 total prize pool here provided by Supercell. Thank you very much for supporting Clash Royale esports so much in 2020. So many cool initiatives between what's happening in No Tilt, what's happening in CRL, and beyond. It's been a pretty fun year so far for Clash Royale esports. Let's go to the chat here for a moment. Let's see right now. Saad Ali saying, Rich, bro, I love your commentating. You're the best. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that you enjoy that. Carbon, or Cartoon BDW saying, anyone want to play Clash? Yeah, that's what we're doing here. I mean, people will be playing and we'll be watching it, but you get the idea. Is there a funny check? There's not a funny check as far as I know, but maybe we can arrange it. Maybe you can make a funny check happen. Over on the Trovo side, a lot of people here are rooting for Schwarzen, who so far has been pretty fire, but of course, if you guys were watching yesterday, I believe it was, and it's not a spoiler if it was yesterday, guys. I believe Airsurfer beat Schwarzen yesterday, so we'll see how it all shakes out as the race for placement comes in here as well. Of course, it's not just about making the top 4, but where do you place in the top 4 for the seeding for the next round? Let's go take a look at the actual standings at the moment. Now, this is interesting, even though you can see that Miniminter and Wolfstochter and StarWars could all end up at 3 and 4, and Boss could lose it. I end up at 3 and 4. I believe because of the matchup situation that Boss, his 3 wins, I believe, are over Mini, Wolfstochter, and StarWars. I need to double check that if someone has that information there, but I believe those are Boss's 3 wins, which then would mean that Boss is guaranteed a spot in the top 4 no matter how it shakes out today. So if, I do need to double check on that one. I'm sure that someone in the chat knows that precisely. But as you can see, Boss currently in the 4th spot. Brenton Thompson saying, and 42K saying correct, top 4 is finalized. So yeah, there we go. So the first tiebreaker, guys, is head-to-head. It is not the plus-minus, not the win-loss. It is the head-to-head. So because of those head-to-head matchups, with Boss having wins over the 3 guys below him, no matter what, Boss has qualified for the top 4, is what I have been told, what a lot of people are saying. But of course, where people end up in that top 4 placement is going to be up for grabs today. Mini versus Airsurfer to kick things off. Then the Aztec Eagle, Adrian Piedra against the American Boss. Wolfstochter against Vitor. And then StarWars against Schwarzen. So you can see on the right-hand side, it's the 4 qualified players. The left-hand side, the 4 players who will be regrouping for whatever comes up next. Team Red all the way today, it looks like. And they've been very, very good. First up, a guy who had a pretty good shot here. Had a good start, had a good run into the tournament. Miniminter, who is going to miss by just a hair here, unfortunately for him, but still can come out and throw some wrenches in the engines, if you would. The Peruvian has been putting in a lot of work in 2020, trying to move forward. On the other side, Airsurfer, one of the best to ever play in the global tournament, over 130 wins in the global tournament. A fantastic Expo player, and we've seen his Expo work here at the No Tilt World Championship. Didn't really expect it, but we have seen it. And the guy is one of the best to ever play Expo. There are certainly maybe about 5 or 10 people who are in that super elite category when it comes to Expo play, and especially when it comes to 2.9 or 3.0. Airsurfer, certainly one of them. So here we go, jumping into our first match of the day. Miniminter versus Airsurfer. And guys, by the way, as long as you're here, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Mr. Bacon, I am Rich. You are Rich is the one commentating. I'm RichSlaton. This is my voice. Arian, because of the head-to-head matchup. Because Boss already beat Miniminter, Arian. So because of that, the first tiebreaker when they have the same record is head-to-head record. So since Boss beat Miniminter in their matchup, there you go. Split wall breakers to open up for Airsurfer. And maybe 6 Loon here out of Miniminter. Have not seen this much the last few days. The bans have mostly prevented the balloon cycle with Royal Recruits deck, aka 6 Loon, from being played. But first 2 cards, first 3 cards, certainly make it feel like this is going to be a 6 Loon out of Miniminter. And thank you everyone for the commentary love over on the Trovo side. Dadizio, Mr. Magic, Mikey. Do appreciate all the love, for sure. Wall breakers at the bridge, left-hand side. Miniminter easily in control of that one, so maybe not going 6 Loon. Skeleton Dragons usually, I mean, could be going, might be just doing 6 Loon with the Skeleton Dragon subbed in. Usually it's minions in this balloon cycle deck. All the pieces here do turn it towards being balloon cycle. Skeleton Dragons in for minions do slow the cycle down a little bit. And give a little bit more big spell bait for the deck. Fish Slapper not going to stop both wall breakers on his own. Snowball has to come out. First 2 minutes away, and so far, no significant damage either direction. Do I think Miner will get a health buff now? Brenton, I think the exact opposite should happen. Or yes, I think the health should come back, and the health should be reduced, and the damage should be increased. That's my opinion on Miner. So I don't think it's a health buff. I think it's the opposite. Health should go down, damage should go back up. The big issue with Miner is that it's in every single deck because it's really just a tank. But if Miner is more about putting damage on tower, then what you'll get is Miner control decks come back, but Miner being the tank for every other deck will go down. Am I commentating with Enchanting tomorrow? That's the plan. Early morning. Thoughts on an Expo nerf? When they buffed Expo, they increased its HP by 4%. I think they should reduce that by 50%. So it did need a buff from where it was before, but it needs to be reduced back a little bit, in my opinion, although, you know, I don't know if 2.9 and 3.0 aren't that strong, so who knows. GG, well played. Miniminter takes game number 1. What time are the finals tomorrow? Justin Hammer. Moni Vargas will post all those times. Our moderator will put all those times in the chat earlier. Neil saying that Enchant argued today that Miner should be a tank and not deal significant damage. Yeah, I completely disagree on that one. And guess who else disagrees? The Miner Master himself, B-Rad, thinks that the problem is the health, not the damage. If it's a mini tank, you still see Miner and everything. You see Miner Loon, Lava, you see Miner Loon, Lava Miner, Miner this, Miner that. But if you reduce the tankage and increase the damage, now you get Miner control back, and it becomes more of a unique win condition rather than a tank for every other archetype. Thoughts on a Lava Hound buff? Don't think it's super necessary. Code Rich all the way, says Sadali. I do appreciate it. Here's your stats, courtesy of Stats Royale. What is the CEST time zone? That's Central European Summertime. Kyler Larson. So that's right in the smack dab middle of Europe. Be up at early morning tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific, to give you these finals. Last day of Stage 3. If there's a lot of damage, then it would be a win condition in OP. But fam, the problem is, right now, it's everywhere. The use rate would drop if it were not such a good tank for all those other decks. Enchanted did stand up. I had no idea. Rich, do I have a Shabbat meal? I had Hollow French toast this morning. Here we go. It's going to be the most popular deck in the meta right now out of Miniminter, the deck that is dominating top ladder. That is the deck that a lot of people are saying, man, I don't even know if I can stand ladder this season because this is the only deck I play. It's RG Fishboy with Hunter up against an interesting variation of Hog Cycle. Wondering if Airsurfer's going triple spell with Valk instead of Knight. Here we go, RG left-hand side. Skeleton Dragons behind, Fishboy low. That'll be an easy Heal Spirit. Heal Spirit probably is the card that is the most meta-defining right now out of any card. We just saw it be very successful with Miniminter's last deck choice, and then here again with RG. And a big reason why this RG deck works so well is because of the Heal Spirit. Does Royal Delivery need its knockback? Yes, I believe so, but maybe not as much. Enchant mentioned it in today's No Till East stream. Interesting. I wonder how long he did it or where he was playing. I was a door guy at the world famous Comedy Store in Hollywood for 4 years. Traveled around the world doing stand-up. Not as much these days, but I'm certainly enjoying the casting. 1437 on the left-hand side. Miniminter just running rough shot over Airsurfer. And a low hog play behind the Valk. But the Valk does not get in front of the hog, and that's going to be easy pickings there for Mini. RG left-hand side. And it's just so hard to stop this Royal Giant deck because of its ability to win bridge battles. Between the crowd control that you get out of the combination of the Skeleton Dragons, the Hunter, and the Fisherman, and then the bridge battle ability out of the Heal Spirit, trying to stop this deck is just real nasty. Oh, and Chanton did not say he did stand up. He said that I did. Oh, okay. Yes. For a long time. Still would if conditions were different. Here comes triple spell starting to come in, so a little slightly slower cycle. We've seen two interesting variations today where players kind of upcycling cards here or upvaluing cards. This Hog Cycle deck typically running Knight. Going Valkyrie instead is Airsurfer, and not working out too well for him here. That's going to be tower down on the left-hand lane. Miniminter up 2-0. I think the Heal Spirit would be more balanced at 2 Elixir, says Rick Croy. It's an interesting question about where would the Heal Spirit be most balanced, right? Would it be more balanced by reducing the healing range, the healing value? I think 2 Elixir, I don't know about 2 Elixir. That's a hard thing to think about. I am going to be here tomorrow. It'll be fun, guys. Over on the Trovo chat, watching this deck is the most boring thing. I feel like I'm watching this deck for 2 months on another deck. Oh, this RG Fisherman Hunter deck. It is basically the deck of the game right now. Does anyone know the time tomorrow for the East? Michael, there's no East versus West. It's just the whole finals tomorrow. And that's going to be at 7 a.m. Pacific time. That's 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll go ahead and copy the times over from our moderator, Moni Vargas's post in the YouTube chat over to the Trovo side. There we go. So if you guys do need those times, there you have them. And again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the No Tilt YouTube page, ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you don't miss the finals tomorrow. Winner gets $15,000. And of course, subscribe to my channel as well on YouTube. Approaching 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I will be casting tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Looks like Miniminter going with the same deck one more time. Looking like it's going to be GY for Airsurfer most likely, although no, not because of the skeletons. Just as I say that, Balloon comes out. I didn't see the skeletons before I said GY. I saw Bomb Tower Ice Wiz, and that's what I thought, but not the case here. Looks like Balloon for Mini. I will be casting tomorrow. I'll be getting up early to help bring you guys the action. Easy King Tower activation there for Airsurfer. So minor Loon control for Airsurfer. And that's a ton of damage on both sides. This might be a quick 3-0 here for Miniminter. Might be a quick, nasty 3-0 for Miniminter. Airsurfer has already qualified. Be curious to see who he's matched up against. Should be a pretty quick sweep here. And guys, after this match, I'll show you guys a giveaway, a great giveaway I'm doing tomorrow during the No Tilt World Championship Finals. You're looking for a plush baby dragon. Not many ways to get them, but watching the No Tilt World Championship tomorrow is one of them. Snowball takes care of that easily. I would have loved to see... You know what I don't feel I've ever seen in a truly competitive match. I've seen it on troll decks and challenges and things like that. But someone win a game by killing King Tower before Princess Towers. And Mr. Bacon here with an interesting question. Is it possible the Airsurfer wants to lose to match up with Line rather than Benzer? It's not an impossible thing. It'd be a shrewd, calculated move if that's what he's going for. Miniminter gonna take a pretty easy 3-0 here. Oh, Yasu did it. Oh, Yasu beat somebody by killing King Tower first in an actual competitive match? Blaswagon saying, Rich, what do you think of Heal Spirit dying to Zap and Snowball? Now, that's actually an interesting question. I think that Heal Spirit dying to all small spells might be a good nerf to Heal Spirit. There you go, 3-0 for Miniminter. Justin Hammert, can Boss get to 30 if he wins? Let's take a look at the standings here when these update. I said the vid's on YouTube. But what kind of competitive match? Was it just ladder, or are we talking about, like, did it in a true, like, an actual, like a big competition? What do you guys think if Heal Spirit did die to all the small spells? Not just Log and Barb Barrel, but to Zap and Snowball as well. Miniminter with a big win here, but because of the head-to-head situation, Boss has him locked down. Only on ladder. Okay, was it against a good ladder player? Everyone has their own thoughts on Heal Spirit. 10% heal reduction might be the better choice. So interesting kind of changes in some decks that are really popular in the meta right now. 6 Loon, but with the Skeleton Dragons rather than the Minions. Bit of a different look here on this very popular deck out of Miniminter. And we saw a bunch of this today where we saw some slightly different variations. And that's another thing that maybe Airsurfer was doing was working on some variations you might want to try tomorrow. You saw the Valk instead of the Knight in this matchup. And this matchup's already be difficult for Hog Cycle, Hog Triple Spell anyway, but Knight single target DPS would be better than Valk's in this situation. Maybe worried about being against a Graveyard, and Valk would be, oh, Knight was banned. There you go. That's why. Now I'm seeing everyone be like, Knight was banned, dude. Got it. Got it. And then, of course, we saw 6 Loon again. And again, the Skeleton Dragons variation. Some people talking about nerfing the heal radius possible. Man, a lot of people making joke questions about my name being Rich, as if I haven't heard those yet. Keep them coming, guys. See if you can come up with one that I've never heard before. Take a swing. See what you got. Kazoo, the tiebreaker process I do not believe is complicated because I believe, and if someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that when we talk about the results, that Boss beat the 3 people who are below him. Let me go take a look at Boss. Boss did already beat Miniminter. And Boss did beat... let me just confirm these. Just confirming these matchups. To be sure, Boss did beat StarWars. Here, we'll come back out here for a second. Boss beat Miniminter. Boss did beat StarWars. And I believe that Boss also beat the other player below him. Boss said by himself already qualified, yeah. Because the first tiebreaker, guys, is head-to-head result. So even if Boss does lose today, he would still have tiebreaker over both StarWars and Miniminter. And who's the other person who is down there as well? It's not Adrian, because Adrian is it's all the way at the bottom. It'd be Wolfstochter. So there you go. Those are your results. Okay, by the way, guys, as we are waiting to look for that, check this out. Giving one of these away tomorrow. Oh, let's first of all take a look at the standings. Let's go look at those standings here as they currently are. What's up for grabs right now is placement moving into the final round. So you see Miniminter temporarily moves up into 4th place, but that is not an accurate... I really wish they would fix this, actually. That is not accurately placed there. Boss does have the tiebreaker advantage. And 3-3 is a better record than 3-4. Coming up next, Adrian Piedra in his final appearance here at the No Tilt World Championship. And guys, I showed it to you very briefly. I'll put it back on screen in a bit. But going to be giving away one of those really fun To The Victor Go the Spoils Clash Royale boxes. The only way to get those cool plushes anymore. The baby dragon. All those fun pins. I'll show you a picture of it again in a little bit. But subscribe to my YouTube channel to be in the drawing, which will be done tomorrow during the No Tilt World Championship Finals. Is Day 6 of West getting replayed as well, Mr. Bacon? I don't know if there were any problems with the whatchamacallit. I don't think there were any problems with the bans in that one. Matchups today, I do not believe, from what I've been told, do not affect who actually qualifies for the next round. What they do affect is the seeding for the next round. And for those of you who are watching on Trovo, thanks for watching on Trovo. It's a great way to directly support me. Trovo.live/RichSlaton. Of course, if you're watching on the No Tilt YouTube page, make sure to subscribe there, ring the bell for notifications, like this video as well. But those of you who are watching on my Trovo page, do appreciate the support. Boss's last name is CR, to answer the question there, Aljaz Fortuna. It's so convenient that his last name is CR and that he plays Clash Royale. What a convenient matchup. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1. The American versus one of Mexico's biggest stars, rocking the new Archer's emote. So Adrian Piedra. Knight Muskie, maybe going some quick cycle here up against some version of Skeleton Barrel here from Boss. It's looking like maybe a, oh, it's Minor Wall Breakers. Knight is a very interesting card because it's a classic card, it's a very basic card, and for a long time was kind of relegated to second-class status, maybe even third-class status, with a lot of options that were more powerful, that were better bang for your buck, especially when both the Valkyrie and the Lumberjack were stronger than they are now. Knight kind of toiled in obscurity for a long time. But just adding a little bit to the Knight, I believe it was an HP buff that came a few months back, and completely changed the card. Knight is now a staple in so many decks. As you can see, Knight on the top, Knight on the bottom. A very simple card and a pretty healthy place overall meta-wise. When is the next Pro v Pro on my channel? When I have a gap between No Tilt and what's coming up next. So Mortar Skelly Barrel for Boss. Adrian Piedra going with Minor Wall Breakers. First time we saw Minor Wall Breakers in competitive play was in the end of the spring season of CRL 2019, played by Tommy for Tribe Gaming. That was back when Wall Breakers still were 3 Elixir. He was the one who tried out Minor Wall Breakers the first time I saw it in competitive play, and it was fascinating. It was really cool, really fun, and maybe a bit of a prediction there, prognostication on what would come in the future, because soon after, Wall Breakers were reduced to 2 HP, and Minor Wall Breakers became a central part of the meta and pretty much dominated the meta in that fall season, except for the Witch Executioner portion. Saad Ali asking, do I know the dates for CRL West fall season? Yes, this fall. So far, pretty evenly matched between these two. Bomb Tower going to do a good job of picking up Skeleton Barrels when they come in, not to mention the Log to pick him up if he has to miss them for some reason. And And so far, Adrian controlling the mortar shots decently well. We'll see if he goes for any pickup here on what would be the last mortar shot. But no, mortar goes back towards the miner. Well played by the Aztec Eagle. Now Boss putting some pressure on. You see bomb tower there on defense. On the other side of it, Boss has lots of ways to pick up those miners and sufficient ways to deal with the wall breakers as well. So both players have pretty good defensive answers for their opponents. 1465 to 1783 with a minute 15 remaining. Miner gonna go into the safe spot. Musketeer sets up on the left-hand side, does not target the miner. Knight comes down, doesn't get the pickup. 1273 on the right-hand side. Here we go. Boss putting pressure on the left. High bomb tower to get some extra value on the Musketeer. So sharp placement there by Adrian Piedra. And wallbreaker pressure now. And good poison value, and one wallbreaker does connect. So adding to the lead in the final minute, triple elixir flowing. Bomb tower should be available, and high bomb tower again. Adrian doing his best to get good value out of those bomb towers, and now it seems like they got it pretty well locked up. Going to be very difficult for Boss to get any real damage. Give away a couple of big moments to his opponent. And trying to fight from behind with this deck, very, very challenging. With both the skeleton barrel and the border requiring a little bit of trickeration to actually get on tower. Boss now goes right-hand lane, not going to matter. Picked up by the bomb tower, well defended. Adrian Piedra takes control in triple elixir. He gets a solid win over the American. Hey, Moni, thank you very much for the shiny unicorn. Do really appreciate that support. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. And thanks for the follow as well. Much love in the chat. There we go. Game number 1 in the books. Adrian had that pretty well locked down defensively. Boss needed to get more of an advantage early on. Never able to use the mortar defensively to deal with the wall breakers because Boss needed to get damage on tower and couldn't really break through with the skeleton barrel. So was trying to find ways to get something on tower. Couldn't do it. And so was susceptible to all those poisons coming in. Thanks for the shiny unicorn. Must sound pretty strange to the people on YouTube. Yep, do appreciate it. Yeah, bomb tower was pretty big for Adrian Piedra in this matchup, that's for sure. Do I know when the Shanghai Championship is? Yeah, I believe they announced the date. It's in December, as championships always are. Rich, bear versus gorilla. Who wins? My guess is gorilla. I go with gorilla on that matchup. Gorilla, I believe, is stronger than a bear. Can more precisely manipulate things. I would go with gorilla. If you're asking me, gorilla versus bear, I'm taking gorilla. Why don't the commentators like Boss? I like Boss plenty. Why am I being accused of not liking Boss? I like Boss quite a bit. He's already qualified for the next stage. I get someone posted on a video about I don't know who it was about. It wasn't about Boss, it's somebody else. But about like, why is this commentator so biased against this player? And I rewatched that video 3 times to figure out what he was talking about, and could not for the life of me figure out why he thought I was biased against the player. But I guess people have their own way of seeing the world. Do we know when the Shanghai Championship will be? Yes, Pesman, it was announced by Supercell. I don't know the exact date top of my head, but it is going to be in December, as the championship always is. Balloon in for Adrian Piedra. Boss going minor wall breakers one more time. Boss just going copy deck on this one. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head matchup, guys. Hey, Black Flash, thanks for the follow, and WZDBS, which sounds like the call letters for a radio station here on WZDBS Radio 550. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the follow, both of you guys who just followed over on the Trovo side. Because of your follows, you might not believe this, but because of your follows, a small-town radio station that was going to have to fold for lack of advertising just got a huge investment and will continue to play local music for the foreseeable future. Thank you very much for supporting local radio, guys. Head-to-head is the first tiebreaker. People have different opinions. I see Light Sama in the Trovo chat saying plus-minus makes more sense for a tiebreaker. And Koji-san, the Spanish caster, made a really good point today that in a long, long season, plus-minus does seem like it makes more sense. In a short one-time-around round-robin, head-to-head makes more sense. Right? It's one of those things where if two players end with the same record of wins and losses, but one player beat the other, just because the other player was more dominant in other games doesn't necessarily mean that it's a hard one to call. But I think that head-to-head makes the most sense in a shortened season, and in the longer season that plus-minus makes more sense. Plus-minus meaning games won versus games lost, your game differential. So if you have a positive game differential, that means overall, let's say that you have +3, that means over the course of your games, you have, but you could, like, if you won 6 and lost 3, that would be a +3 game differential. Here we go, final 90 seconds. Gonna be a little harder for Adrian Piedra to play defense here, I believe. Bomb Tower should be able to lock things down for Boss. But a nice zap, color me wrong. Miner gets in and tanks, and that's a huge, huge chunk of damage. Man, Curse of the Caster is real. So not used to seeing Miner loon these days. Bomb Tower just gets ruined by the Miner Zap combination. GG, well played, Boss. Falling in game number 2. Stats provided by Stats Royale. Along with the chest information, Stats Royale has a bunch of really great guides. You can go and check out their guides section for a combination of written and video guides to a variety of decks. Yeah, Boss can drop all 3 games. He's qualified. Head-to-head being the first tiebreaker. Anthony Snyder saying, hope everyone's having a great day. Me too. Hope you guys are all having a really great day. Let's see if Boss does go Giant Sparky Rage. Who are the qualifiers of East? Asked Pluto. Guys, if you want any information, I don't want to do spoilers here, but you guys can go to the No Tilt YouTube page, or No Tilt Twitter page. Check out No Tilt on Twitter. There you go, for all of your information. That does have the qualifiers from East on it, if you're looking for it. Why is Boss qualified, Fish Sir? Because, Fish Sir, no one can get past him right now, Fish Sir. So if someone gets 20 wins like, Kasim says, so if someone gets 20 wins like Pretend Me, so you have to go and compete against other people. Kasim, not really following your question there. Yeah, Yasmarat, good troll there. Well played, I guess. What if they use a ban card? Automatic loss. Adrian Piedra might be going Pumpo here, which I like seeing. I was a pump bow player for a while. I played the Barbs version instead of the Skelly version. Boss going ice bow, Adrian going pump bow. All right, this will be interesting. This should go to ice bow with the rocket. Joel, that ranking is not accurate because that's auto ranking them based off of plus minus, off of their game differential. Head-to-head is the first matchup decider, and Boss holds the head-to-head advantage over Miniminter. So even if he and Miniminter end up with the same record, Boss holds the head-to-head advantage there. Boss beat Miniminter, StarWars, and Wolfstochter. It's not pump bow. I'm so unprofessional. Yeah, I guess it's not. I don't know. I see Musketeer with Expo, and my first thought is pump. It's not Expo, Ice Fred versus 3.1 Fred. Georgie, good point. This is Ice Fred versus 3.1 Fred. I keep on making that mistake. So it's building cities on both sides here. And look at that, Adrian sucking out the Tesla there to try to get it out of the way. Cheeky little skeletons there from Adrian Piedra. Cheeky skeletons from the Aztec Eagle. Sets up Expo left-hand lane. That was a fun little move there. Fred is a weird name to call Expo. Yes, that's why we came up with it, was to demystify the Fred. Who's ever scared of Fred? A lot of people are scared of Expo. Blastwagon might have just made the most controversial statement I've ever seen in my Trovo chat. I think that because Rage is used in competitive play now, we should buff E-Barb so that E-Barb's Rage can be viable in CRL. I don't often say this out loud, guys, but boo that man. Boo that man. Here we go. Expo not going to lock on the left-hand side because this is all locked down. Adrian Piedra switching sides relentlessly, trying to find one lock, but not going to have any luck finding it. And that Expo does have cover on Adrian's side. Second night down for the Mexican star. And this one might get through here. Oh, a knight gets down just in time for Boss. That should be the GG and the well played here. Tesla picks up the Expo. It looked like Adrian might have a shot in that game, but in the end, no one makes any serious mistakes. Boss locks it down, does what he's supposed to do, gets the win. GG, well played. We're going to game number 4. Boss not going out easy. Who gave the name Fred to Expo? Not entirely sure, but that's the thing. I remember when E-Barb's Rage was using them in CRL. Yeah, that was Wings in a game where they'd already not qualified. It was a CWA challenge. Yasmarat, yeah. Happy to nail it, dude. DC the Boss saying, hello, Richard, how art thou? How art thou? Oh, well, that's not how you spell thou, but I did figure out what you were saying there. Well, here we go. Hey, it's Enchantin' in the building. Enchantin' and I will be both with you tomorrow morning. We got to figure out how that's going to work there, by the way, bud. Maybe we should talk after this. Get our logistics all sorted out. Enchantin' and I will both be on the cast tomorrow morning, early for me, late morning for him. He gets to sleep in. I got to wake up early. Here we go. Game number 4. Boss and Adrian. Most boring deck to watch, says Donka. GY Barb Hut, maybe? Adrian brings out hogs and skeletons. And Boss avoids much damage here. Oh my gosh, Adrian's going 2.6. That's fun. $2.6 from Adrian. This will be interesting. When's the last time you guys saw 2.6 run in a competitive match? Not often. We saw some people run it during the semifinals, I believe. Cannon Cart Magic Archer. Oh, there's a banned card. Boss played a banned card in this game. Wait, what? Oh, Boss. Boss playing the Heal Spirit. Heal Spirit's a banned card. Those are the correct bans, aren't they? Boss. Boss, what you doing? Well, can Adrian Piedra overcome the banned card with his 2.6 play? That's a big yikes. Well, guys, people ask what happens when a banned card is play. Well, it means an automatic loss in the game. So assuming these are the correct bans, and nothing else weird has happened. Yeah, that is Adrian's ban, Moclaps. That's how these bans are global, meaning neither player can play it. Boss, there was only one rule. I mean, there are actually many rules. It's a whole rule book. It's a thing, but that was the big one. Adrian's still crushing it with this 2.6 against this filthy banned card action by Boss. Gonna go ahead and just log that right-hand side, get some shields knocked off. A little chip damage here. Decides to hold off instead, set up defensively. I guess now more worried about the Hogs coming in soon here, saving it for the Heal Spirit. The illegal Heal Spirit. Hogs into the left-hand side. Fireball will clean up most of those piggies. Missing one piggy. But little does Boss know. Or maybe he totally knows. Boss going out with style, guys. Cannon gonna go bye-bye, courtesy of the Magic Archer. Nope, Fireball cleans it up, and now let's see if Adrian sets up at the right-hand side. Gonna go with a second cannon here. Keep all those piggies cleaned up nicely. And now as soon as the recruits come, I believe he'll drop Hog Rider at the bridge. Let's see. Now it times it right into a Hunter, which is a much worse situation. Hog Rider not gonna hit because of the Fish Boy. Musketeer picked up high. Cannon Cart goes to the left-hand side. None of this matters because Boss played a ban card. Also, none of this matters because Boss already qualified. Does anything matter? Does anything in the world matter? 101 left-hand side. Fireball into the right. Hog Rider will take one shot. Can Adrian hold on? Probably not, because there should be a Magic Archer behind this. Good job on the Heal Spirit there. One log would finish it. Fireball in. Hog does not get there. Oh, that would have been a big one. Instead, tower falls. Boss wins. Boss still loses. Boss still goes through. Might be the strangest way I've ever called the end of a game. Justin Webb today does have an impact on seeding, which is makes some of the situations here curious on who wants to go against whom in the first round of our finals tomorrow. Well, that's a thing that happened. And we saw it. We were all here for it. If you wanted to be here for a thing, you were here for a thing. Momanu, what happens if a player has a ban card in the deck but does not play it once in the game? I don't know specifically what the no-tilt rules are on that, but typically the rule is as long as you don't play the ban card, you are fine. Hey, Fake Royal Giant with the cash bang. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate that support on the Trovo side. Justin Webb saying maybe Airsurfer and BossCR on purpose then for their matchups. That's not impossible. They do have the advantage over the eastern side, knowing who they would match up with based on their positioning. Fake RG with the big cash bang. Do appreciate it, man. That's huge. So we're going to sit on this screen for, I guess, ever. I guess that the admins are working on solving that problem. So while we're waiting on that problem getting solved, let me tell you a way to get this box. What's that box, Rich? This is one of the only ways to get a baby dragon anymore, unless you go on eBay and buy one for way too much money. Doing a giveaway here. How do you win one of these boxes? Well, go to my YouTube page, hit subscribe on my YouTube page, and you'll be entered into a drawing. And I guess we're replaying the game? That's weird. I guess we're doing a replay. That's strange. If you want a shot at that box that includes stickers, baby dragon, or log, I think just baby dragon, though. Wait, no ban. Oh, there was no... I don't know what's happening, guys. If you guys want the stickers, baby dragon, pins, whole bunch of fun stuff, that box is the way to get it. Subscribe to me on YouTube. I'll be doing a giveaway tomorrow here in the No-Tilt World Championship Finals. I guess there was actually no ban from Adrian, but we're replaying the game. I'm going to find out what's happening. I'm going to go ahead and text and message the admins here. Let me jump into the no-tilt page here, see if they have an update anywhere here for us. I'm going to go ahead and ask one of our support staff. Rich, tell me the truth. Did Boss just win the last game? I have no idea what just happened. I am unsure of anything at this point. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's up, what's down. If you showed me a cat, I might think it's a dog. At this stage, I have no clue. I'm just here saying what I see on the screen and hoping that it's all sorted. Not sure if this is a rematch. Not sure if this is game number 5. Not sure if any of this is actually happening. I might still be asleep. Am I dreaming? Are any of you real? Ram Rider for Boss, I guess. Bait for Adrian, it appears. One second, folks. Finding out what the heck has happened. Trying to find out, get some updates from somebody who knows something. So far, I've got no response here. I am asking the no-tilt internal chat for answers. Let's see. They fixed the layout now. It shows it's the 5th match. I guess maybe Adrian never had a ban. Adrian must have had no ban, and they put down there was a ban, and there's actually no ban. That seems like a possible thing. And I guess that Adrian won. Well, guys, I think we're done with that match. From what I've gathered. We might be playing a Game 6, who knows? But you know what? I think that we finished this one. I believe there was no ban. There was accidentally a ban on screen. So there you have it. Adrian Piedra winning, but Boss still going on. And everything seems like it's all okay now. Adrian Piedra the winner. Looks like the production team did put the wrong ban up, and that's what the situation was there. So that was the answer. There was not a Heel Spirit ban. Production put the wrong ban on screen. Why is he called the Aztec Eagle? Ask Jupiter's Light. Because that's the nickname that Andrew came up with for him. And there you go. You give players nicknames sometimes. IMJP is the golden-haired golden boy from Barcelona, Spain. OP Sam is the mad scientist. You get some nicknames sometimes. St. Bellican is the British bomber. So there you go. Adrian Piedra taking the win. Of course, Boss will move on either way. We're just hanging out, having a good time today, folks. Not La Picotti asking what's my favorite nickname you gave to somebody. The Mad Scientist, for sure. Although I do have fun saying the golden-haired golden boy from Barcelona, Spain. You have to say the whole thing every time for IMJP. And it's a great thing to say, like when he does something amazing. You hit that whole thing. Boom. I mean, Belly's another way to say it, too. But, yeah, the Mad Scientist, because that one seems to have stuck the most. SK Gaming has totally embraced it. So you love it when a nickname really sticks. Not all of them stick. That one has. So next up, Wolfstochter versus Vitor. Morton's nickname. Norton doesn't have a nickname as far as I'm aware. German Morales asking what I think about the new Liquid roster. What do you mean about Razor being put in and Diego moving on to somewhere else? I think the Razor is a great addition to any team. I think Diego will be great wherever he goes. There you go. Guys, before our next match, one more time, let me show you guys this now that we actually have a half second before we jump into it. This box, a special Supercell to the Victor Go the Spoils giveaway, available to one of my subscribers. I'll be choosing one of my subscribers randomly. If you subscribe to my channel, you have a chance of winning this box, one of the few ways to actually get a baby dragon anymore. And all those cool things. The box comes with a bunch of stuff. The playing cards, stickers, pins, a lot of fun stuff. Subscribe to my channel. Drawing will be done and announced tomorrow during the World Championship Finals. Here we go. Standings at this stage through 2 of our 4 matches today. And you can see Airsurfer still firmly in second place. Let me just check something here. Just want to do a little check on this one. Airsurfer does have the win over Vitor, so Airsurfer second place, not in doubt. Has it locked down. The only things that would change is if Schwarzen loses today, Airsurfer would be in first. So there you go. Can I say the rules of the giveaway? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it. Watch No Tilt World Championship tomorrow. Boom, there you go. Yeah, Morton's just the GOAT. That's a good way to put it. Although I'd say that if Morton might be the top competitive player of 2019, but it's hard to argue against Surgical Goblin being the GOAT. With what he's done over his years, and then of course winning the World Championship. Hard to make an argument against that. Here we go. Match number 3. On one side, one of the 2 Germans to make it to this stage, Wolfstochter, up against the pride of Portugal, Vitor. who has been very good in 2020. Very good indeed, and going to get a shot at adding to that resume when our finals start tomorrow. You can see Moni Vargas did link that information just above in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and link that over on the Trovo side as well for those of you following along there. And Frio, thank you very much for the winner chicken dinner. Everyone over on the Trovo side, really do appreciate your support. It's stage 4 tomorrow, chat. Yeah, the stage 4 is tomorrow. The finals are tomorrow, and the times are on in the chat right now. Here we go, Wolfstochter and Vitor. How do I buy that box? You can't buy it, Sky Credo. The only way to get it is through giveaways, and I'm doing a giveaway tomorrow here in the No Tilt World Championship Finals. Chance for you to get one of those. Got to subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch tomorrow. Boom. Where am I from? Grew up in Sacramento, California. Now I live in Los Angeles. What match is next? Our final match of the day. StarWars and Schwarzen will be the final match of the day, happening directly after this one. Puskar, big fan, shout out please. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well as well. Dadizio with the hype and the rose. Do appreciate that, Dadizio. Thanks for the support. All right, guys. Well, this has been an exciting match so far. Just to cast it the whole way through here, 26 elixir leaked so far by Vitor, and a shocking 27 elixir leaked. It looks like these two are neck and neck in the elixir leakage. Just neck and neck. Neither one can leak more elixir than the other. And I don't know if I've ever seen something like this before, where two players both competing to leak the most elixir, and one cannot get ahead of the other right now. Here in the final 12 seconds of regulation time, who will be the one to leak the most elixir? I cannot decide, and it's going to be Wolfstochter wins the leaked elixir battle, 38.1 to 37.2. One win down for Wolfstochter. Can he get a second, i.e. actually winning the game? Goblin Giant, Sparky Rage. High GY, will it come out in time? It will not. Oh no, it does. The skeleton just gets it, but doesn't matter because there's a ton on the tower. Wolfstochter fully overwhelming Vitor in game 1. That's going to be a GG well played in game 1, fairly quick. And there you have it. Wolfstochter is the winner in und game fun. That's the best I can do for German, guys. Sound like a villain from a movie. Are playoffs clear, or can there be changes now? I know the top 4 are set. I don't know if the exact ranking is set yet. Hi, big fan. I was wondering, what is your favorite card? Ice Golem. My favorite card in the game. How is my voice so perfect? Well, let me tell you a story. As a young boy, I had a squeaky voice, a voice that really wouldn't work at all, and let me tell you something. After spending years searching to get a voice that would function and sound as beautiful as this golden voice does, I went high and low, low and high, inside and out, and one day I found a Sherpa in the mountains of Montana. Weird place to find a Sherpa, but a Sherpa was there, and I asked him for a secret to having a golden voice, and he said, drink water. And I was like, oh, that's it? Just some water will fix this voice problem? He said, yeah, dude, just have a glass of water. Weird advice for a Sherpa, it worked out, and here you go. Now I have a great voice. Let's go on to game number 2. Wolfstochter up 1. Chocolate or vanilla depends on You're talking about ice cream, or are you talking about, like, candy? Why do I like Ice Golem? Because he's the best. Yasmar, I don't remember which one it was, but someone was saying that I was, and I definitely wasn't, so I don't know. Junail, why is Boss above Miniminter? Because Boss has the head-to-head advantage. The first tiebreaker in this 7-game round robin is the head-to-head win, and since Boss beat Miniminter, he's ahead. When it comes to ice cream, Vinny, it's going to be vanilla. When it comes to candy, it's chocolate. Boss did beat the 3 guys below him. He beat Wolfstochter, he beat StarWars, and he beat Miniminter. So Boss is guaranteed onto the next round because of those tiebreakers. First one being head-to-head. Now, I do not like vanilla flavored candy. Like, I love a good bar of chocolate, chocolate chips, whatever it might be. But no, when it comes to ice cream, I take vanilla over that. Sean asking, which do I feel more accomplished, proud of, comedy or commentary? Well, I think I'm more accomplished in commentary, but I'm more proud of my comedy. Planning on releasing an album later this year. Where do I live? Los Angeles. Who's my favorite caster? Mauro Ranallo, who does commentary for some mixed martial arts and for the WWE. What's my social security number, Shivank? It's 342-756627. There you go. Steal my identity, please. Fireball takes care of the skeleton dragons, and just like that, pigs go to the left-hand lane. And those pigs do a whole lot of damage here in this match of mirrors. What's my credit card number? 4952-3367-2925-9991. My first pet's name was Rasputin. The street I grew up on was Pennsylvania Avenue. Pigs to the left-hand side. Fireball takes care of this one. No distractions this time around. Heal Spirit behind, though, and no way to stop the Heal Spirit. But the Heal Spirit doesn't really get much of anything. One Skeleton Dragon stays just barely alive. Oh yeah, guys, do use code RICH in the shop. That would be super helpful. Oh boy, 485 right-hand side. Pigs into the right-hand lane, Heal Spirit behind. And Mega Knight jumps all over it. Damage is flying all directions. It's mayhem. Absolute mayhem out here. And the Barbarian gets there. Vitor wins game number 2. Let's go. What's the name of my elementary school? It's actually called Jupiter's Light Elementary School. Jupiter's Light. Isn't that such a weird coincidence? What's up, Cheesecake? OP sub in the chat over on the Trovo side. How badly does Heal Spirit need a nerf? Asked Kunal. I think that it does need a nerf. I don't think it needs to be like nerfed into the ground. I actually, as far as healing mechanics go, I like the Heal Spirit overall as a concept. But it does need a little bit of a nerf. That's true. It's kind of dominating the meta for sure. Matthew, what did the wizard say to the witch? I don't know. Fireball? That's my guess. No, Yazermat, I lived at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. That's where I grew up. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. The District of Columbia. Jeremy Chang, you're trying to steal my identity asking for your mother's maiden name. Well, how would you steal my identity with all the information that I've given? That seems almost impossible. 3 Musketeers for Vitor. Lucas Bradshaw, there's some videos on YouTube. I think there's only one on YouTube right now. Used to be at the Comedy Store 3 to 4 nights a week. Not anymore. With our current situation. I was there a lot when I worked there. William Lee used to live at that same house? That's so weird. So Wolfstochter just getting a little funky here with Royal Ghost, Mega Knight, Bandit Muskie. Is this a Battle Ram or Ram Rider deck? Obviously Ram Rider typically with the Mega Knight. And then Vitor kind of going meta here. Yo, Rich, how you? I good, thanks, Beast. It's Hog Rider. Sure, why not? It's a Hog Rider deck. Jot Mundar asking, do I eat stir my peanut butter before I eat it? Depends on what kind of peanut butter. If I'm eating like high quality peanut butter, the natural kind, yes, absolutely stir it. If I'm eating that like Jif or something like that, no need. The processing's got that nice and thick already. Hey, Ray Josean, good to see you. Good to see everyone over on the Trovo side. Appreciate you guys, as always. Shout out, fam. That's going to be Tower down on the left-hand side and Tower in trouble on the right. Vitor going to win game number 2. Mega Knight Hog Rider. Interesting. What's one strength and one weakness about you? Says Alexander Ibarra. I'm great at being awake and terrible at sleeping. Ethan, never ask a lady her height. Come on. And that Muskie just going hog wild on the left-hand side, but not a hog. You see what's going on there? It's going to be GG well played here. Vitor going to take an easy win in game number 2, or game number 3. Did that easy sound like the way Ntwc says it? Right? Easy win. Doing my best in chatting. Don't put the N on there, guys. And he won. Is that a pretty... Is Ntwc still in the chat? Because I feel like that's a pretty good Ntwc. Yes, notice you have to stir peanut butter if the oil is separated. That's if you have good quality peanut butter, the natural stuff. All right, Vitor up 2. He has a heavier voice? Oh, yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about the cadence, right? Yeah, not a bad Ntwc. Yeah, right? It's like a 7 out of 10. My Alex Jones is the best. My thoughts on Royal Ghost? He goes invisible sometimes. Chuck Wagon, you're asking about Dave Attell, who had a show called Insomniac on Comedy Central. Dave Attell, one of the all-time greats. Underrated by far. Waba, thanks for the join and the follow over on Trovo. Do appreciate it. Alexander, thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Ultra Gaming, who eats peanut butter? People who don't have peanut allergies, mostly. There you go. You have to have the Boom Shakalaka to emulate in chat. And just like that, he won the match. Boom Shakalaka. If I listen, I'll listen. I'll work on my, I'll work on my chatting for tomorrow and see if we can figure out if I can fool you into wondering who's who. Dadizio with some cake for Dave Attell. Is this going to be 2.9 or 3.0 out of Wolfstochter? It's going to be 3.0. Executioner does not need a nerf. Oh, actually, I need buff or rework, says Jeremy Chang. Well, the last XE rework kind of dominated the meta entirely and didn't quite do what we wanted. Did someone say XE needs a nerf? Where did someone say that? I thought someone said XE needs a buff. Gavin with some hype for the Expo. You know what? I'll say this. Of all the asks, and I've made this ask before on various Clash Royale streams, but I'll tell you this right now. The one ask that I want for Clash Royale is new music. Variations of the theme music, maybe other theme music. But that's the one where I'm like, that would be the coolest. The coolest update to me would be if they added in new music variations, maybe as maybe you could unlock them in various ways, whatever it might be. Like they should add in some that are normal, some that are battle pass, whatever it might be, or season or pass royale. But yeah, new music, like, or just variations, right? Like the way Apex Legends does, just like their theme song, but it's 50,000 variations of their theme song. That would be super cool. Hey, and Chatton saying pretty decent in Chatton's voice. Well, thank you. I gotta work on it. I gotta work on it for tomorrow. See if I can trick people. I gotta practice saying boss. 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 Yeah, they should have music like the Apex, the Battle Pass, or the Challenge special events. Yeah, it would be so cool to have different music. The same music, or just the same music, like the same theme song, but different styles. 2v2 ladder, who needs that? I need new music. Expo sets up defensively on the right-hand side against this very interesting P.E.K.K.A. Ram Rider deck from Vitor. And Expo lock, but that E-Drag P.E.K.K.A. combo is actually kind of nasty here. Kind of filthy here. Expo locks for a second, and then that P.E.K.K.A. just goes, hey, but me and the E-Wiz together, we're going to not let that happen. Final minute. Wolfstochter currently does have the lead, and Vitor's fighting into that same lane. Not sure what his plan is here to try to get the damage advantage, and that's what it is right there. High P.E.K.K.A. Fishboy behind. Good skellies there out of Wolfstochter. And Fireball going to make enough room. Ram Rider does not connect. Tesla turns it around, but a great heal spirit out of the Portuguese player. Not going to be enough. 18 seconds left. Fireball goes for some cycle. Vitor trying to load up at the bridge here with 15. Don't know if he can do it. You see the Fishboy going for the prediction there on the Tesla. Fireball trying to get enough room. Not going to happen. Log cycle gets it done. Wolfstochter sends us to game number 5. And Chatton owns 4 businesses. That is a lot of businesses. I own 0 businesses, guys. And Chatton owns 4. The music should change every season to fit the theme. That's an idea, Patrick. So here we go. Game 5 coming up. Yasmurat, how young are you? Well, I'm younger than your father, probably. And older than your baby cousin. Most likely. Definitely younger than your grandfather. Probably younger than your father. Unless you have a very young father. Is your father like 25? How old are you? That's crazy. What's the yellow numbers? Vision, that's how many times the card was played. That's what the yellow numbers are. Yeah, I own no numbers, guys. No businesses. I should own more businesses. And Chad, you want to sell me? Want to sell me one of your businesses? You have 4. I am not 25. Oldest 25-year-old I've ever seen. That's hilarious. I have seen. My dad is older than 40, younger than 45. Well, then I'm younger than your father. Sparsh saying Rich looks 35. We're doing a guessing my exact age. I've said my age on stream many times. I don't know what the music is. It's songs here, Puskar. RG Fishboy, both directions. Kick Ash hitting Rich is 36. Ding, 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 ding. Nice work. And Chad, you haven't answered. Can I have one of your businesses? I have none. You have 4. Yeah, arena-themed music would be interesting. Changing it, like adapting the theme song to the different seasons. That would be cool. That would be super cool. You guys should do some, guys in the chat, if one of you comes up, if you guys do, I'll do this right now. I'm going to be doing some fun giveaways in the future. I have but I have like a tote bag, t-shirt, and a whole bunch of stuff. Take one and please take one and make 0 money. Yeah, I'll take one. Guys, I'm gonna do a contest at some point. Probably gonna announce it sometime. I just decided right now, a Clash Royale theme song cover contest, and I'll give a prize pack to the winner. So announced right here for the first time. I just came up with it right now. Come up with the best cover of the Clash Royale theme song, and we'll have a contest for it. I'll do voters, like we'll have votes for it and stuff. It'll be fun. How much do I bench press? Not enough. I don't know when last time I actually measured my bench. Who has time for that? RG gonna do a lot of damage on the left-hand side. 598 remaining to 1020. And 694 left-hand lane. Is this the first match? Sean Huffman, this is the 3rd match. You've missed 2 already, but guess what? You can watch the replay by subscribing to the No-Tilt YouTube page, ringing the bell for notifications, and liking this video. I mean, you don't have to subscribe to watch the replay, but you get the idea. Oh my gosh, is the RG going to steal this one here for Wolfstochter? Fireball. Log. Who can get the log down first? It's a log race. Who's going to win the log race? Wolfstochter wins the log race. Ah, what a finish here in Game 5. What a fun finish. Log for log. Wolfstochter gets it done. GG to the well played. That was fun. What a fun finish, huh? We're having fun out here with Clash Royale. Take a look at the stats here, provided by Stats Royale. Go there to find out what your next chest is, look at some cool deck guides. Your winner, by unanimous decision, Wolfstochter. I just want to thank my whole team for supporting me here. That finish was wild. If only that finish was more impactful to the overall results, but despite winning right here, Wolfstochter not going to move on. Our top 4 decided. We're having fun here today, folks. Just playing some Clash Royale, you know? I throw a thing down, you throw a thing down. You got some skeleton dragons, I got a fireball. That sort of thing. Giant GY, which has been mixed level popular as of late, gets shellacked in game number 1 by Wolfstochter running the Gobble Giant Sparky Rage. Game number 2, it was pigs both directions. Fireball versus Poison, and you know how that one went. Vitor won game number 2. On to game number 3. Wolfstochter wins. MK runs basically like a bridge spam deck with Hog Rider instead of bridge spam, and does not quite go his way. Vitor with the 3M matchup. Kabooming it, kabanging it, kaslamming it. And then it was the Expo for Wolfstochter, sends us to game number 5. Mirror match one more time. And check out this final. Check out this finish. It's this RG from Wolfstochter. The Fish Boy does not prevent that shot. And now it's just who can get their log down faster. And I think that Wolfstochter, yeah, had a faster log. And that was basically it. There you go. GG. Well played. And guys, one more time before we get into our last match of the day. Doing a giveaway of one of these bad boys. The Supercell prize pack. Trading cards, pins, plushies, stickers. Whole bunch of fun stuff in there. Actually, I did an unboxing video showing one of these on my YouTube channel. Enter in the drawing to win one of these. Subscribe to my channel, and you can win tomorrow. The drawing and announcement will be made tomorrow during the No Tilt World Championship Finals. You want that gift box? Subscribe to my YouTube page. That's the way to get it. We'll have the standings as they are up in just a moment, guys. Hello, I'm RichSlaton, your friend, your companion, your confidant, maybe even. If you want to tell me stuff, I'll listen. I'll listen to your stuff. What do you need? You need a friend? You need a shoulder to cry on? A friend to be there for your advice? I'll be some of those things sometimes, but not often. What I am is a caster for Clash Royale, and I enjoy doing it, of course. And we are just coming to the end of the No Tilt World Championship Stage 3. The 4 players in the East decided earlier today. The 4 players in the West decided, but not entirely ranked. We'll see how this whole thing plays out here with our last match of the day. Schwarzen, the talented German player, up against StarWars, the American who had to go through 2 of the best in the business in La Picati and the God RF to qualify to this stage, but has not lived up to that level on this one. So let's see if he gets a big pride win here against Schwarzen. So far, it's been the out players winning over the in players today. We'll see if that trend continues in a few moments when we get to our final match of the day. Let's look at the chat here for a second. Let's see. I think Vitor would have won if he used his log right at the bridge. Possibly their kick ash. He might have got there a half second faster. What's Schwarzen's win-loss record? He is 5-1, I believe, right? Let's go and jump into our final match of the day. StarWars. Face reveal came, of course, with this event. I don't know about the standings. I know what they are, but they didn't show them, so I didn't show them because I'm not in charge of the production. StarWars got a lot of his competitive start. You can see SLG Kings Cup National Tier 2 number 1. I first saw StarWars casting for Super League Gaming in those open and live events. Saw StarWars play in those quite a bit, be very successful. Schwarzen, I can't tell you anything beyond this. I'm going to be doing a video speculating on upcoming rosters. But people saying that Schwarzen needs to get a look at CRL, I can confirm this. There are CRL teams looking at Schwarzen. I'll be doing a video with some speculation on what teams I think they are. But I do know that he is getting some looks. We'll see. Minor safe spot here for StarWars. Easily picked up there by the gang. Schwarzen going Beatty. StarWars going minor. And that Goblin Cage baits in the skeleton barrel. Easy pickup there for the log. Looking like giant miner here for StarWars. Schwarzen mortar skeleton barrel. Is this a giant miner? Nightwitch makes it feel like the giant's in here. Vision saying golem, but you don't usually have minor Nightwitch golem isn't really popular. Minor Nightwitch giant, fairly popular. So a fairly slow second stanza here after a quick open. And there you go, Giant with a nice kite, mortar down. It might miner right to this Muskie here, decides not to with the E-Wiz and the Poison doing enough job. Is this the last match? Yes, it is. The final match. Skelly Barrel in left-hand side, this time Cage for the pickup. Two pretty solid counters for the Skeleton Barrel and the Log and the Cage. Not to mention the E-Wiz if neither of those two is available, so. We'll see how Schwarzen believes he's going to break on through here. Fix Fair saying Giant rarely seen it competitive. I mean, I guess it's on the lower end of things that we see. You see some Giant GY, you see some Giant Miner Nightwitch, obviously. But it's not as popular as some of the central meta things. Seen more than Golem these days. Log to the right-hand side. That mortar will get one shot on tower. Giant now trying to push through. This is the last match of stage 3, correct, Frio? Probably going to E-Wiz on the left-hand side here. Nope, decides to Log instead. And now going to go ahead and miner to the right-hand lane. Nightwitch high. Poison maybe played a little bit in the wrong spot. Could have gotten some value there on the Musketeer. Instead has to defend against a Musketeer and Skeleton Barrel push to the right-hand lane. And StarWars continuing to take the drop damage every single time, but doing enough to stay ahead on the right-hand side, 15-50, but that mortar changes everything. StarWars not picking up these mortars. And he's going to choose to eat the damage. Not going to sack tower here, but take a ton of damage on the left-hand lane. Now move to the right-hand side. High cage here, and a good high cage set up for the Brawler, but he will not go and follow the Giant. Now Miner down with the Poison. This one does get both the Musketeer and a lot of that Goblin gang. StarWars now going to Giant into this mortar as opposed to support the right-hand side. Final 40 seconds. Let's see if StarWars chooses to Giant high for a kite. Instead goes into the mortar one more time. Minor Poison to the right-hand side. So purely going Minor Poison damage on the right-hand lane, not trying to get a Giant through. But this mortar just barely doesn't connect here. Log to the right-hand lane. Final 12 seconds, Miner to go in. Poison. This Minor Poison might be enough here to win the game for StarWars if he can hold on the left-hand side. Nightwitch high, Skeleton's high as well. Does that stop the Musketeer connection? Doesn't matter. The spell damage does it. Schwarzen wins game number 1. GG, well played. GG, well played indeed there. Schwarzen pulls that one out. Can you say which team's looking to pick up Schwarzen? Brandon, I said specifically that I'm not. I have some speculation that I'll be putting in video. There are some teams that make sense as options for him, and some teams that make less sense. It seems pretty clear which teams are looking to fill roles. And of course, Schwarzen, one of those people that every team that needs someone to fill those spots should be looking at. What's my height, says Prajwal. 7'3". It makes it weird to cast with Andrew. We actually have to change our seats so that he and I are the same because Andrew's actually 5'1". It's like Kevin Hart standing next to Shaquille O'Neal. Miner to the right-hand side. A lot of people wanting to see Schwarzen and SK. Not sure if SK is looking for a player necessarily. But obviously joining his German teammates in OP Sam and Morton would be a smart choice. Oh, and Klein, I'm 100% 7-3. I'm 7-3, Andrew is 5-1. And what we do is we put my chair really low and his chair really high when we cast together on CRL. I know that I might not look 7-3 in pictures, but that's because the camera plays tricks, you know? StarWars is trying to hang on here. Schwarzen putting pressure on, and we'll get a lot more damage here. Sanjeev, greetings from Los Angeles to Nepal. Yeah, I know, Show. It is a crazy, crazy camera. Yeah, they say the camera adds 10 pounds. I didn't realize I added 2 feet, you know? Giant Night Witch Miner again for StarWars. Going with Fireball instead of Poison, and of course going to light that Fireball against the Piggies. Don't want to be playing basketball. Basketball's too easy when you're 7'3". Why would I waste my time playing something so easy and making millions of dollars? Fireball. Gonna go to the right-hand side, maybe get... Nope, decides to hold off. Big push on the right-hand side for StarWars. Schwarzen's bar putt locking things down pretty well, though. 1371 on the left-hand side to 1718. Alexander Ibarra with the next big tournament for CRL. Well, CRL East is already happening. CRL West fall season will start in the fall. Schwarzen's defense is very patient, guys. If you want to talk about what Schwarzen does, he does not panic on defense. Keep an eye on some of these things, right? Like Schwarzen in that last exchange had a good measure of what was doing damage where. Watch how he deals with the miners. Piggy's in. Log trying to save this tower, not going to happen. GG, well played, Schwarzen. Maybe other players are messing around. Schwarzen, not one of them. Up 2-0 here against StarWars. Yash asking, am I really 7-3? No, I'm actually 7'6". Sorry, Yash. I just didn't want to be intimidating with my full height of 7'6", so I said 7'3", but yep, 7'6". I'm basically George Mirison. Animals, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. Fireball bait doing good job there for Schwarzen. Hello to South Africa, Claps Gaming. So possible 3-0 sweep coming up for Schwarzen. Love that he's not taking the foot off the gas here. Germans do love those piggies. Yeah, it's a trait. That's a true trait here. Good call there, Vijit. Germans love playing the Royal Hogs. Blue Comet saying, Rich, heard your dad is 8 feet tall. 7'11", who's splitting hairs? Looking like it might be balloon in both directions, potentially. Obviously, coming out from Star Wars, Minor Muskaloon. We'll see if he's running Bomb Tower. No, it's RG from Schwarzen. Going with the Musketeer rather than the Hunter. Interesting choice there. Chief J, I can personally confirm Rich is 7-1. Man. Chief J outing me here, taking 2 inches away from what I was claiming. So 3 minor decks in a row from Star Wars. And guys, you're talking about whether what minor changes are needed. And you see here, minor goes with everything, and it's the tankage. It is an interesting card, though. It is compelling. And maybe minor cycle needs to disappear, and this is what it is. Maybe it's minor just being a versatile card that works in 70,000 different archetypes. That's also a possibility. So interesting minor Muskaloon variation with the cage rather than Bomb Tower, which is much more popular. I mean, I think it goes Bomb Tower, Inferno Tower, and then Cage as the 3rd most popular piece. Actually, Cage might even be 4th. It might go Bomb Tower, Inferno Tower, Tesla, and then Cage. And really, it feels like any of those 3, especially the Inferno Tower or the Tesla, would be a better call in this situation with this particular matchup. Loon getting nowhere near the tower that time. Skeleton Dragons clogging the lane plenty. Minor should go to the Musketeer. It does turn it right around. Skeleton Dragons working on the balloon. This time, death damage will get in. 1104 on the right-hand side. What does Star Wars do about this RG? Gonna have to cage here, cage high. Skellies for a little bit of DPS. Good skeletons there, but a good barb barrel in response from Schwarzen. 333 right-hand side. German's not messing around here. We're in sudden death overtime. And look at that Skelly surround to get the Musketeer off faster. Little things from Schwarzen are actually really, really cool. Star Wars doing a good job of spreading the board a little thin here. Minor goes to the back. And now Fireball Cycle comes in from the German. We need to pick up this Minor for Schwarzen to keep this working. That log not going to be enough. Schwarzen with the send. GG, well played. Perfectly measured, perfectly played. 3-0 sweep. Schwarzen is pretty good at Clash Royale. I'll go out on a limb here and say he's pretty good. I'm going to take a big leap here and say he's pretty good at Clash Royale. I know it's a controversial statement, guys. Savage Zen says show. Yeah. Pretty darn good here. Look at that. Look at how, I mean, I had a pretty darn. I had a darn to the good. Chief J in the chat. Not happy with Star Wars deck choices, going back to the deck he lost after a decent matchup. This was that first one. And it felt like Schwarzen had the defensive answer, or that Star Wars had the defensive answers here. Giants into the mortar every time. Game number 2, Barbutt completely locked things down. And Schwarzen made an easy time of this one. And then game number 3. Star Wars made it close. Star Wars made it very, very close. 40 HP. Just couldn't get around to his next small spell. GG, well played. And that's your final standings, guys. Schwarzen goes 6-1, plus 14 game differential. And he'll be leading off for the West. Airsurfer in second place, Vitor in third, and then Boss. With the head-to-head matchup over Miniminter and Wolfstochter, moves on. Now, interestingly enough, if he had lost to one of them, we would have had some interesting mechanics going on. But no, the head-to-head matchup puts Boss over the top. And so here are the matchups. They haven't thrown those things in yet, but it will be Paradox up against Schwarzen on the top right-hand side of this bracket. It will be Benzer Riddell facing off against Airsurfer on the bottom left-hand side. Vitor against Line on the bottom right, and then AUK, Aurora, against Boss on the top left. So those are your matchups for tomorrow's grand final. Going to be very, very interesting to see how this one shakes out. I'm very, very excited for all these matchups. Airsurfer and Benzer in particular as a first-round matchup is going to be curious. Two very talented cycle players going head-to-head. Going to be a big challenge here for the Russian Paradox, who slid his way into the top 4 today with a win over Jupiter, going up against Schwarzen. The two favorites right now, the two #1 seeds, AUK and Schwarzen, will they end up meeting in the finals? Or will they get stopped along the way? And there's the full populated graphic. Aurora and Boss, Benzer Riddell and Airsurfer, Schwarzen and Paradox, Vitor and Line. Make your picks, folks. What do you got? Vitor and Line should be a very competitive matchup. Very tightly played between those two. Boss with a big chance to take a huge win over AUK and maybe create some drama for their matchups in CRL East. We will see how it goes down. What a fun one today, folks. What a really, really fun one it's been. Even though there wasn't a ton of line here, it was fun hanging out with you guys. And, of course, I'll be back tomorrow early in the AM. And part of tomorrow, of course, is going to be the final giveaway. So if you have not yet, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'll be picking one of the subscribers to my YouTube channel as a winner and doing the pick and the announcement tomorrow during the stream. It'll be a whole lot of fun. The only way to get these cool stuff to the victor did go the spoils. What time do the finals start? Just got linked in the YouTube chat. Let me send it to you guys as well over on the Trovo side of it. Starts at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Early morning for me, 10 a.m. in the East, and that's going to be 4 p.m. Central European summertime for everyone here at No Tilt World Championships. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the grand final. It's been fun. Take care. See you, manana.